He has the luxury of being able to survive this, but more importantly, I don't think he's thinking about what he is, the corporate Ja. What he's actually, his actions is costing him. Like real shit. I'm not saying they're gonna do this, but if they wanted to, man, companies put language in the contract for shit like this. Boy, it's one thing Ja needs to understand, bro. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to be a professional young fella.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Around the Association. Recently, NBA Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett, he was sitting down with one of the players that was instrumental in building that Memphis grindhouse culture, Tony Allen. He was as tough, defensively, hard-nosed. He was nothing to mess with. And was a phenomenal defensive player in his day in Memphis. And recently, him and Kevin Garnett got on the conversation as it relates to Ja Morant, right? And kind of what Tony Allen would have to say to Ja Morant if he had a chance to.
Yeah, I just want to know your thoughts on what you thought when you saw a young fella in the video and stuff, and if you pulled up on him, what would be the conversation?
First thing first, I definitely tell him, the guns, and I'm definitely not, one of those things you play with. Obviously, I'm assuming, he's in Memphis, first 48 city, I believe. I just think if he got that fear of holding a gun, I think he should be in much need of security, but it's the new millennium thing, I'm assuming, being excited around your friends and, just that excitement with the new contract, I get it. I get all that, but more so than anything, you gotta be properly playing in your movements. And when you out and about, man, if you definitely think you need a gun or you need places to go that you need a gun, you might not need to be going to those places. And I say that from experience, I done been in the fair share of things myself that I wish I could take back myself, So experience is the best teacher, and I think by him going through all this, he's definitely gonna be able to, have a movement that's in a better guided situation.
Now, this is where KG asked Tony Allen about with Ja's current suspension, and it's indefinitely right now, do he think the NBA is going to make an example out of him? This is what Tony had to say.
Think the league make an example out of him?
Well, I mean, it's been broadcast on all the websites and all the, TV shows as we see. They campaigning half a season. Definitely a chunk of money being lost, and this is definitely going to be a humbling experience for him. And his reaction to all this got to be more so in action, Obviously, he got to get the right people around him. I know that sounds cliche, but more so than anything, you need some cats around you that's going to let you know when you wrong, when you bogus, when you pretty much need to, be a man about certain situations, and a grown man at that, And a lot of this immature acts, it just comes from, being wealthy, being young,
not knowing
nothing.
Nobody in his family has been here.
Nobody. He is the highest paid family member, so it's like he's the boss. So a lot of people just ain't giving them the right guidance to tell them about himself. That's all.
Now, this is where Kevin Garnett chimes in regards to the whole circumstance, and KG was kicking some real stuff. I loved where KG went with this, and hopefully Ja gets wind of this.
This is when I think the league needs the big brother, big sister program right here. Feel me? This is when I think the NBA and the WNBA needs the big brother, and this is what I think the fraternity and the sororities are for. Real shit. Like, it's nothing like hearing it from the OG Man, you ought to see when Jordan sit down and he got all us right here and Mike talking. Man, Mike be talking so much, man, you will forget your day or you will forget your schedule and you'll be so locked into what bro's saying that you just, you forget. And I think it needs to be one of those situations where I think when young people have more access around the big brother or the OG or whatever they consider to be their influence, someone that they can listen to, someone they can take a script from, because a lot of these kids, you're just gonna be A1 and 100 about it. A lot of these kids don't have a script. And what I mean by that is that this is their first time being outside. This is their first time having something like this. And their dad and their mom too. So they don't know what they're doing. They just doing whatever the agent is suggesting, whatever they think is clever. And you damn near think you're untouchable until you run into situations like this. Or when the OG pull up that's been through this and been able to sit you down and talk about, and take you through the whole script, then you look at it different. Because then everybody wants to take it back once it's done. You know what I'm saying? And this is how they even say leverage you, but this is how, boy, it's one thing Ja needs to understand, bro. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to be a professional young fella. When you took the hat and you put it on and you stamped it and he shook up and he gripped you. That was your I don't even know what the word is, but y'all know what y'all know what I'm trying to say. That was him saying to the world that, yeah, I'm ready for this step and taking the next step as a professional. You got to do better and you got to put yourself around better to do better. Let's just be real. Nobody in Ja's camp has ever been here.
Yo, so many nuggets in there. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to be a professional. That, man, Ja Morant need to pull up on KG, because the people around him and he's obviously not made enough great decisions, because guess what's gonna happen? With him being suspended indefinitely, every other value, I mean, he's in a situation now where, yeah, he's probably got a couple of investments outside of the NBA, but he is about to blow some heavy endorsement opportunities because he's devaluing himself. And you really don't want to see that, man. Let me know what you guys think. I salute KG. I may even, at Ja Morant. I mean, I know he's off social media now. I'd rather he be off social media than still be on flashing guns, but he need to holler at somebody, a former player that was a superstar coming from a situation. And you know what's ironic with him if he hollers at KG? KG is from South Carolina. So, yeah, he went and played at Farragut Academy in Chicago, but he was getting down in South Carolina well before. That's where he's from. So from one South Carolina boy to another, I would love to see Ja holler at him. Let me know what you guys think, man. I wonder what the suspension is going to end up being for. And I don't know. I may do a video in regards to that, because that's something that, that's going to be weighing heavily on the Memphis Grizzlies. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to holler at you next time. Peace.